Hello! So I finally got around to doing this November favorites, and it is actually surprising that another month has passed. It was an eventful month. What was interesting about this month actually is that I was really prepared to make a favorites about it. I actually started writing down my favorites at the beginning of the month. I noticed some things that I thought would be worth mentioning at the end, and that is why I wrote them down. Now that I've looked at them, I realized that many things have changed. I feel like this should be more of a review of what I wrote down at the beginning of the month and what I additionally can say about this month. Because I always try to make these favorites videos about seeing positively what happened in a month. So yeah, let's just make this a review of what happened. So at the beginning I wrote that cardio was a big favorite, and the reason for that is because I always mentioned yoga, that it was really good for me. I'm just reading what I wrote. I always wanted to have a scheduled stretching routine on an everyday basis, and I think that yoga managed to provide that, but you need cardio to be balanced. Yeah, that is what I have realized at the beginning of this month. Because actually what is weird about me and cardio is that many times I am actually feeling very anxious when I'm not doing cardio, and that I'm feeling the best when I can do cardio on an everyday basis, on a regular basis at least. And so the beginning of the month was going very well. I was doing yoga every single day and every single night before going to bed, and about every 2 or 3 days I have managed to do cardio as well. But then, as I've said, a lot of things have hit the fan and I just didn't find the strength, and to be honest with you, I completely forgot about cardio in the past 2 weeks or the past 3 weeks. I was actually surprised when I was reading what I wrote down about cardio. Well, yeah, cardio is really a good thing, and I remember that at the beginning of the month I was really excited about cardio. I also wrote down that when I was not doing yoga, I have imagined that doing yoga every day would solve everything. That part is really true actually, that you can imagine that small changes in your life would change everything, and how it would change everything so easily, and everything would be perfect if you did just one particular thing, but you never do it. And when you actually do it, you can realize many things, and I think that is the reason why it is best to try things rather than just wait around and have this idyllic picture in your head about what would happen if you actually started doing something that you have desired for many years now. So that is actually a positive thought, and that is actually that could be actually a favorite. So as always, I'm ending everything on a positive note, but yeah, that is something that I realized, that cardio is important, and not everything is as you have imagined it would be, but it is not a problem because you learn through the process. And another interesting thing is that I wrote down at the beginning of the month that cold weather is one of my favorites. Now, I think I was talking about weather a lot in my October favorites, and I remember that October was kind of a mild month weather-wise, and I was really excited when there are a couple of chilly days when there was, fog all over the city, and everything was just like it was a winter day and everything is frozen and just quiet and cold, but now it is actually so cold that I don't really want to go out anymore. Well, salute to all the Canadians. It is not as cold as in Canada or in Sweden probably, because I was talking to a Swedish guy about weather, and he said that in Sweden actually it is -10 or something like that. It is only 0 or 5 degrees here, but it is raining many times, and when it is raining and when it is windy and it is cold at the same time, then that is not a good feeling. So I'm kind of back and forth with the cold weather, whether I like it or not, because it really depends on the occasion. And of course I really like the cold weather when I'm looking at it from inside, but I don't always like it when I have to go out. So yeah, another thing that I was really excited about 3 weeks ago was the fact that Christmas is coming, and one of the main reasons for that, I guess, is because we started watching the Harry Potter series at the beginning of November. On Halloween, probably, we watched the first Harry Potter movie. That is probably the reason why I got into the Christmas spirit so much. But as I had so many assignments to do and I didn't even have time to think, I just kind of forgot about this Christmas spirit. I actually really like Christmas, don't get me wrong. I have always been a big fan of Christmas and everything around Christmas, the whole build up to Christmas. I just really love that. But I feel like as I am pulling myself together, I am getting back my motivation to be excited about Christmas as well. And actually today I have made some DIY Christmas decorations, and I managed to wash the ink down, but my hands were completely covered with paint and ink. Doing these things and having the time, having some little time to do these things, I think really helps to be excited about Christmas. What is interesting about Paris is that I thought that any big city in the world, at least the Western big cities, were decorating for Christmas really in a really hardcore way. But what is really weird about Paris is that there were basically no Christmas decorations at the end of November even. And the first Christmas decorations came around about at the beginning of December, and even those were mostly in shop windows. We are actually living next to the Louvre, and it was really strange seeing that we were walking through Rue Etienne Marcel. If I remember correctly, that is the street that we were walking on, and Rue Etienne Marcel is a really big shopping street. Many things were lit in a really massive way. So it was dark outside and we were walking there, and it was really light everywhere. As we turned toward the Louvre, it was really interesting to see that the Louvre isn't even lit. In Paris, even though it is called the City of Lights or something like that, there are basically no lights. When it is dark outside, you cannot really see much of the city, except for the Eiffel Tower from the occasional light show coming from the Eiffel Tower. So it is really strange. And still there are no Christmas lights around the Seine. It is, as I said, only the shop windows, and I find that really strange. So that didn't help either to bring me into my Christmas spirit. So that is why I am trying to make this apartment a little Christmassy with DIY tricks. But I don't want to write down November as a bad month. Although when I was little, I always thought that, well, there is Halloween in October, and October and September are the beginning of the fall, so this is quite exciting. But there is only fun in December, Christmas, of course, and there's nothing in November, so November is a weird month. It is kind of the same as January and February. We will see what happens at the end of December. Not to favorize December over November, but December is a pretty great month. So thank you so much for watching, and have a really nice day.